Everything's done to people on live streams.
Stas Replay is a Russian streamer who has a very controversial history to say the least. Most of his streams are just pure chaos, featuring himself and a group of friends performing challenges and stunts, often under the influence of alcohol and drugs.
No, which we don't eat, Bryson.
Stas is the epitome of what it means to be an awful human being. He's a bully and would often perform immoral acts to gain viewers at the expense of his so-called friends. There's one instance where Stas befriended a man with disabilities and would invite him on
she smack, bro? She's smacking everybody.
Viewers would make donations and request that Stas abuse the man in various ways. Most included physical abuse, however some noteworthy ones involved the man drinking a bottle of oil and even getting a tattoo of viewers' names on his face.
What?
Stas would accept almost any request, and the manipulation he had on many people was rather disgusting, especially his hold over his girlfriend Valentina. Stas and Valentina's relationship was textbook abusive. Some instances you can see the pair engaging in romantic gestures. However, most often she was pushed, slapped.
Are they like are they what's that word? I forgot. People get drunk. They're like drinking a lot.
Thrown around by Stas. Similar to any other guests on his show, Valentina was a victim to Stas's abuse.
Alcoholic.
In the clip here,
Or the alcoholics.
the aftermath of him pepper spraying her. She then just rolls around in agony in the background as Stas continues to talk with chat. These punishments would grow worse and worse until one day Stas accepted a donation suggestion.
Dang.
Regret. A viewer donated $1,000 for Stas to inflict pain on Valentina.
Punching that girl is crazy for money. I don't condone in that, my boy. I don't condone in that, man. I don't.
And force her outside in the frigid weather. Please note that Valentina was also pregnant during this. However, as always, Stas
He punched a pregnant lady? What? That's wild, bro.
could care less. Stas argued that he needed to do it for the money, and Valentina tried to resist. However, Stas forced her outside onto the nearby balcony, locking the entrance and trapping Valentina in weather reaching as low as -8 degrees Celsius. During the ordeal, Valentina was only in her underwear and tried to grab a jacket. However, Stas refused. After hours of hearing Valentina bang against the door and scream for help, the pleas would stop, and soon after, Stas would go to check on her, where he would find an unconscious, freezing corpse.
Wait, what the Yo, did he leave her out there all night? Because in the previous clip it was dark, right? But now it's like daytime. Look like it, right? Why would you leave your pregnant girlfriend outside, bro?
On stream, you could see Stas carry Valentina inside and call for paramedics. He cries that he can't feel a heartbeat, and while he waits for the rescue, he continues to talk with chat. All while
He's so stupid, bro. All for the money is crazy, bro.
Valentina's unconscious corpse lay on the couch behind him. After authorities arrived, Stas kept the stream running, all because viewers said they would donate money if he captured the aftermath of the murder. I can't express enough how much Stas truly resembles the power of greed in the face of evil. Autopsy reports later found that it wasn't actually hypothermia that killed Valentina, but instead multiple blunt traumas she received in her head, all coming from Stas moments before.
So she died from him beating her, bro, before going out to the cold. That's wild, bro. Dang, bro.
A streamer by the name Willie.
No, did he get locked up, bro? No, did he get locked up? I'm pretty sure he did. He has to, bro. That's life in jail, my boy.
Middle of a complex situation. He was a frequent viewer of a fellow streamer named Only Use Me Blades, and after a breakup between Blade and his girlfriend of 3 years, Willie began to date Blade's ex-girlfriend. It wasn't long after that these two would get engaged and set up the entry point to one of the most disgusting and disturbing acts of humanity that I've ever seen.
Psychopath, yeah.
Instead of hating each other, the two came to terms with the situation as Willie's fiance was a mutual connection between the two. Willie and Blade became friends, and one day, Willie was invited to Blade's content house to be a part of a stream they had going on later that day. Hosted by a fellow streamer named Tone IRL, he, Willie, and a few friends had a fun day streaming while driving, shopping, and doing other activities around the house. On stream, nothing suspicious can be seen. However, in moments when Willie was off camera, it was told that members at the house began to encourage Willie to drink alcohol. While he was no stranger to drinking, he did inform them he was on medication and wouldn't be able to drink much while he was still on them. Despite this,
I don't recommend drinking at all if you're on any kind of medication. Yeah, I'll be real with y'all, bro. That's dangerous, man.
However, he was continuously fed drinks, and as he got more drunk, his judgment would be compromised, leading him to drink more and more until he could barely function. The state of Willie was then captured on stream, and any competent viewer would be able to tell that something was wrong. Willie looked way too drunk, being unable to finish a complete sentence and required the use of the wall behind him to stand. It's clear at this moment that help should have been called. However, instead of assisting Willie, members on stream began to toy with him. They repeatedly slapped his face and laughed at how drunk he was. And after a terrifying fall to the ground, the group continued to prank Willie.
Sometimes you gotta know when to quit, chat. I ain't gonna lie to y'all boys. Cause this man can be dying and they just it's just for content, for the money, from the views. I feel like people like that don't really deserve a platform, and they don't really know when to stop trolling when it comes to stuff like this.
Hello, I am Willie. I stole back from Blade.
Instead of worrying for his health or a possible concussion, the group began to draw clown makeup all over his face
what?
and laugh together at this disgusting gag that they called a joke. They even entertained the idea of rolling his body down a stairwell.
No way.
Offered to give them $1,000 to do so.
No way, bro.
King forever. I have a 1,000 to roll Willie down the stairs. You could be the content king forever. I have a 1,000 to roll Willie down.
What?
You could be the king.
If you send it first, I'll do it. I mean, I'm thinking about it. I don't think it'll kill him. He's drunk. He's limp. He'll brace his own fall.
Bro, what the?
$1,000 dono?
That's crazy, dude.
The entire
It's like saying jumping off a bridge for $1,000, my boy. It's not worth it.
thing is just sick. After getting their laughs off, they decided to take the situation more seriously, and they soon saw it was a lot more drastic than they initially thought. He began to cough up fluids, and they initially called an ambulance. However, after thinking the situation was taken care of, proceeded to cancel the ambulance and would only call them again when a viewer guilt-tripped Tone into doing so. The paramedics arrived, and even this wasn't enough to encourage Tone to turn off the stream.
Leaving the stream on is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I turned it on. I'll show you. It's turned off. Look. There's nothing recorded.
He's a bitch. He's such a like he doing all this reviews and bro, he's goofy.
One of them bringing Willie into the ambulance and only ended the stream about 30 minutes after they left.
I just beat my fucking stream record again. 2 days in a row. 1,200 viewers yesterday. 1,300 today. Oh, boys.
Sad, bro.
Thank you so much for all the support.
In the days that followed, it was reported that Willie would actually recover in the hospital. His
Good.
girlfriend was found saying that she visited him and he was doing well, even watching streams in the ICU.
Good.
However, after apparently giving Willie a drug he shouldn't have had, his girlfriend will be banned from the hospital and Willie would pass away only a few days later.
What?
Thoughts and prayers go out to Willie and his family during this terrible tragedy.
Oh my gosh, no way, bro. He passed medicine. Bro, this is why you don't take pills, chat. This is why you don't take no drugs at all, boys. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. It is not good to be on drugs. It's not good to be taking pills. It's not good to be doing none of that. Don't take pills from nobody. If someone gives you a pill, don't do it. Don't take it. You don't need drugs, man. If it's not medically prescribed to you for your health, do not take that. Don't. I never touched a drug a day in my life, bro. Never. I never smoked weed. I never vape before. I never take pills to do perks. None of that's dumb, bro. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do that shit. Don't do it. And if someone ever tries to peer pressure you, because that's a real thing. If someone tries to peer pressure you to take drugs, nigga, cut them off. Respectfully. God did. Cool, bro. Taking drugs is not cool, bro. Promise you it don't.
Won a contest to participate in a game show called Susunu Denpa Shohen. This game show required contestants to complete an endurance challenge for the chance for fame and a large sum of money. Nuubi, being a struggling comedian at the time, found this to be the perfect opportunity to both soothe the financial struggle and get an appearance on television to help accelerate his comedy career. On paper, there was no downside to Nuubi participating in this game show. However, he had no idea how drastically his life was about to change. The endurance challenge was very simple. Nuubi was placed in a very small room where there was nothing but a table, pens, envelopes, and a large catalog of popular magazines. He was immediately instructed to be stripped of anything he had, including his clothes, and was informed of the rules of the game. Nuubi needed to enter various sweepstakes found in the magazines in an attempt to win various prizes. With the exception of water, he would only be able to live off the prizes he won. This means that if Nuubi wanted to eat, he needed to win a raffle that offered food as a prize. With each prize that Nuubi won, the monetary value of all his winnings would be tracked, and Nuubi would only be able to leave once he acquired 1 million yen worth of prizes. If you've ever entered a raffle, you can start to imagine how time-consuming this task would be.
Why does this remind me of Squid Game? Low key, I don't know how the currency works and everything. I think in Squid Game it was like won. This is yen. So what is yen? What is that like? Korean? Like what is that? Is anyone know? I don't know, Bryson.
Nuubi had no idea what he was entering, and what's worse, the cruelty that he endured for the sake of the showrunner's profits was live streamed to the public, showing the entire world in real time how a man was tortured for the sake of public television.
Wait, was he naked?
It didn't take long to see the drastic nature of this challenge. The first month, Nuubi entered almost 6,000 sweepstakes and barely won any of them. He pretty much starved his first week until he finally won 12 pots of fiber jelly, to which he devoured almost immediately. Over the course of the following months, Nuubi would start to win more prizes. Some would offer substantial value, while others, not so much, besides for progression towards his 1 million yen goal.
He's so skinny, bro.
Despite the cruel environment he was placed in, Nuubi would always seem grateful.
Who will agree to do this, bro?
He would cheer and dance for the camera whenever he won a prize, and at one point, after winning a tent, would take his newfound shelter down as it removed critical content that aided to the show's ratings. After about 6 months and 35,000 entries, Nuubi accumulated just about 500,000 yen.
All right, let's do let's do a little experiment here. So he's in that room for 6 months, okay? 500,000 yen to US dollars for 3 bands. That's it. For 3 bands, bro. You're doing this for 3. You're in a room for 6 months, barely eating for 3 bands, bro. I know. Listen, I know U.S. currency is a lot over there, but that's insane, my boy. I will not be in a room for 3 bands for 6 months, my boy. I'm not gonna lie to you, gang. That's crazy.
Barely 50% of the way to his final goal. During this time, Nuubi won some important prizes.
Down bad, bro.
Including a toothbrush and toothpaste, something he hadn't used in over 3 months.
That's
However,
disgusting, bro.
Long before Nuubi hit a dry spell. Suddenly, prizes stopped appearing at his front door. And the worst of it, he went a whole week without a single win.
Man, hey.
Stored throughout his time during the challenge. Nuubi slowly began to starve, and the showrunners were conflicted. They didn't want to end or compromise the integrity of the show. So instead of meeting Nuubi's basic needs, they relocated him to a new location, hoping it would bring him good luck. Luckily for them, it did. During the coming months, Nuubi won some high-valued prizes, such as a PlayStation, a set of tires, and 10,000 yen. These proved almost no use for survival, however they did greatly boost Nuubi's progression.
Alright, what's 10,000 yen? I'm curious. What is that? Let's do $66.
Towards his 1 million yen goal.
That's
and after
crazy.
335 days of isolation, Nuubi finally completed his challenge. To escape the prison, he resided
300 some days.
almost an entire year. At least he would hope. The showrunners weren't quite ready to end this challenge just yet. Susumu Denpa Shohen quickly became one of the highest rated game shows due to Nuubi's perseverance and charismatic attitude.
They using him.
Everybody wanted him to win, however no one wanted it to end. That's why on his congratulatory day, when Nuubi was rewarded with a trip to a carnival, he would be blindfolded and taken to a new location.
This gives me Squid Game vibes, bro. I promise you it does, bro.
Instead of being brought back home where he was expecting, he was introduced to another room, stocked with the same set of magazines and envelopes ready to be sent out to various sweepstakes. In order to keep the show running just a little longer, the producers said that Nuubi was now required to win enough sweepstakes to earn a flight ticket back to his hometown. A challenge that was not initially planned in the original concept of the show. Although this objective was a lot easier than the last, Nuubi looked like a shell of a man. Defeated but still hopeful, he managed to earn enough yen for a flight ticket after only 2 months. However, the producers then required him to earn enough yen to upgrade his ticket to business class.
Bro, what the bro? They use him, bro. And he's goofy for standing there too as well. He's goofy for standing there. That's his fault. He goofy, bro. They use him, bro.
After Nuubi quickly reached
Some
this
Squid
goal
Games
by winning a set of rare tea leaves, he was then required to earn enough yen to upgrade that ticket to first class. It truly was hard to tell if this torture would ever end, and at this point, no additional punishment was out of possibility. After upgrading to first class, Nuubi was finally taken on a flight back to Tokyo, where he was blindfolded and yet again
Bruh.
in another room. With no instructions yet given, Nuubi almost immediately removed his clothes. After over a year of being naked, clothes just seemed unnatural. He was already prepared to spend the next couple of months in this small room. However, luckily for Nuubi,
Why is he doing this from? I think it's because of the money, right? But it's like it's not enough money to be doing this, boy.
this was one last cruel joke, as he was truly finished. Outside of this small room was a large audience, ready to surprise Nuubi for his well-fought victory.
Nah.
Collapsed, and Nuubi watched in awe as the audience cheered.
Wow. Negative. Why you, bro? This cameraman zesty as hell. Why are you doing that, nigga, bro? Trying to get his balls, bro. You is zesty as hell, my boy. Zesty as dude.
It wasn't one of excitement, but instead shock. He stared at the audience in disbelief, never sure if this torture was truly over. The look on his face almost seemed terrified. Being introduced back to society after 15 months was frightening, a terror that Nuubi was unsure he would ever see. However, to his relief, the challenge was truly over, and Nuubi had won. Throughout the time of this challenge, Nuubi entered almost 75,000 sweepstakes. He survived on hard rice and dog food, only spoiling himself
Disgusting,
on
bro.
delicacies won at the hands of market magazines. Although voluntary, Nuubi was borderline tortured, forced to endure psychological pain at the promise of fame and fortune. Susumu Denpa Shohen would be cancelled years later, as its unethical nature became more apparent and the morality of the show would face harsh criticism. I'm just thankful that Nuubi left this challenge with no lasting injury.
Bro, what's up with this man? Keeps zooming, bro. He keeps zooming on his ass, bro. Bro, this zesty cameraman, man. What the